I will say the fall and the failure of Muhoozi Keinerugaba. Now, is it Lieutenant General? Now he's a chief commander of forces, the defense forces. It all starts from where he began, where he was born, to make him instead of the rise and fall of Muhoozi Keinerugaba, it is the rise and failure of Muhoozi Keinerugaba. First of all, Muhoozi has ambition, or is ambitious to manage the nation that he's not meant to. He was born in a different country. I don't know if Uganda adopted him. I don't know how he's registered in Uganda. I have not seen his certificates. But a mere being born from a different country makes him start from a wrong foot to be ambitious for managing the state of Uganda as a republic. Unless otherwise, unless Uganda was captured, as people allege, and Uganda is no more but captured and ruled by foreigners. So Muhoozi happens to be a foreigner, like any other person who was born outside, and the constitution delineates him from attaining to certain offices. Muhoozi gets accelerated in development and rankings compared to all his peers for the purposes of him to capture what he's gearing at now, what he's trying to achieve. Muhoozi, interestingly, does not listen to what the constitution says about him, and he goes ahead to start activities which are classified as political and politically organized, with intention to become a leader of the nation. It is so hard for him to really correct all the errors behind him. Some of them have been organized and arranged by the dad and the ruling group. He's also captured, I think. He's not guided very well. And in Uganda, so many people have been captured, and some of them don't know whether they're captured or not. Even the people in the government themselves have been captured by their cult system. So, in a desperate situation, the government is like stuck, and you also stuck. This Muhoozi also tries to live like any human being with all his capabilities, skills, like any man, married, he has a wife, he has children, he has to show he's a role model. But again, there are some few buttons he's stepping on which are not correct and won't allow. Although Ugandans tend to be so calm and quiet, they are seeing everything, and when they come out, it won't be as good as usual. Bearing in the history that since 1962, I'm now 62 years old, but since 1962, we've not had a proper transition, proper way of managing our communities, societies, and a nation. So, Muhoozi, from the start of where he was born, from the start of being the son of the president, then accelerated in training and development, passing by any other people, any other peers, and now perverting the course of action by not even listening to what the constitution does as an army officer, general, He doesn't listen. He's making rallies and everything in contravention of what he's supposed to be doing as an active officer. This one makes him develop or rise from. That's why I call it the Muhoozi, the fall and failure of Muhoozi. I will not go to say the rise and fall of Muhoozi, but this is the fall and failure of Muhoozi. Him after getting to know how the system runs, but no, because the system runs on wrong footnotes of the constitutions and the normal way of doing democratic situations. Muhoozi is at the point of no return. He believes he's doing everything in the right way. He has very good advisors who advise him very lately, and he's doing this and doing this one, jumping here and jumping there, jumping and falling there. Me, I believe Muhoozi, he would listen. Not all the offices will be attainable. If I were you, I would completely keep off what they want you to do. You would be like your uncle, General Salim Saleh, who is is a kingmaker, but he's very clever. I tell you, he's a kingmaker, Salim Saleh, but he's very clever. He appears as if he has no greed for the state, but is in the center of the state. You could have decided to do other things better than any other person than coming into in the center of everything. Yet you come in the center of everything in a wrong way. So I mark this one as the fall and failure of MK Muhoozi Keinerugaba General. Now I think it's General Keinerugaba Muhoozi Keinerugaba. The fall and failure of Muhoozi. It will be a struggle for you to manage Uganda. However, with intention plans of the systems like Bonaba Some, no political education, no political economy education, and some other things, they have laid a good level for you, a very good ground for you to make sure you can easily sail through and maybe rule or manage these morons, because they are all they are all poor. They have been devoid of finances and resources, so they are at their feet begging, and whoever Muhoozi will be going, they will be trying to listen to him. They will go there not because they want him, but they believe maybe some little money can fall into their hands. I don't think Muhoozi is popular, and he knows also he's not popular, but there is one element he has which is popular, and that is money, and that is taxpayers' money. Uganda doesn't know that this is the taxpayers' money. They know very well this is the taxpayers' money, but it doesn't stop them from coming to you to make sure they get something from you, because you are the one who is holding taxpayers' money. So if they go and get their money, that's fine. Another factor you are wielding, which you think will work and it won't work, is you being in uniform or being an active army and having all the army running behind you. Those who like you love you, and those who do not. And you go on to do wrong things. You shouldn't have come in uniform in the first instance to come and start campaigning and mobilizing all the civil, whatever language, whatever terminologies you are using to say that you are doing ABCD, that it is civil, you are helping them. The people of Uganda have been very, very poor. You say that you are helping the poor people who made them poor. You denied them good education. You gave them Bonaba Some so that they can be stunted all through. Yeah? You have all the money. You have taken all the pieces of land from them. So, how can you say that you are passionate about the situation as conditions? Difficult. as much as you could be highly trained because of all accelerated promotions you went through with agenda, with a mission, as much as you're doing all that, believe me, the Ugandans, some of them have eyes and are seeing. You better think about it. You think you are the best army commander? You think you are the best general? I don't think so. You are just using a goodwill of your Mzee, yeah, who also, of course, he put a lot of energy. But let me tell you, the goodwill of Mzee wouldn't have been reflected immediately. If you were very clever, you would have left someone to first come in, manage the state, and you come in at a second level or third level, or not at all come, but manage other things. Believe me, you have a very a mountain task to sort out. If you come by force through using money and the gun, it is the same thing that will chase you. Gun and the money that will create force behind you, and you will go in a miserable situation. Look at this. If all the legacy disappears or wanes away, you are likely to be in a total shit. All those Rwachitura, Chisozi, ranches, those animals you see will disappear in 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. Everybody that was following you, 2 days are enough to see all the animals disappear. Teso had farmers. Teso had cattle. They were cattle resellers, cattle keepers. Teso, you see. But from both sides, the government and Karamojong, Teso became peasants. They became peasants. They went down. Now you watch. So all you have created now is resentment, hatred, jealous about the people who even don't benefit from you. And these are Banyankoli. You understand? So the fall and failure of you will haunt you soon. So at one point when we were very young, one of our friends rode the ship, said that, oh, yeah, it was, no, I don't know what even to explain all this, but I know, you know, and I know those who are direct beneficiaries would shout, make noise so that they justify your standing. But if you go to your bed and sleep with that young lady, maybe listen to your wife. If your wife also is drunk of power and thinks what you're doing is right, you will one day tell me that you will one day look for this article I'm saying, this clip saying, no, someone said something. And not only me, many people are telling you, but you don't listen. You think the gun is monopolized, it is you who has a gun, and you think it will work for you alone. But let me tell you, it is only one bullet that can mess everything. It is only one knife. It is only one cup of tea. It is only one fight that can mess Uganda. Do you want to see Uganda like Somalia? You finding warlords, finding YC, Kamocha, Bweyogerere, find different warlords managing the city. That would be the worst scenario you're thinking. You can't front yourself as a president and your dad as a president. Whatever game you guys are creating, you're playing, won't work. You should remove the foot from the pedal. If you think removing the foot from the pedal and leave it at least a free fall, leave other people to manage, you are going to fall hard. So me, what I'm seeing in Muhoozi is not the rise of Muhoozi, not even the rise and fall, but I see the fall from the beginning, the fall and failure of Muhoozi in Uganda. I'm seeing it coming and it will happen.